Hello YouTube, it's ya boy! B3 back with another kicking graphic novel trade collection comic book review. We got a really cool one for you guys today, a crossover event, one of the first crossover events of Rebirth, and the first one of their Batman title, Batman Night of the Monstermen. I was really excited for this book because it's Batman, super dope superhero, and Detective Comics, one of my favorite Rebirth books, with kaiju. Yeah, you heard that right, giant monsters. So I'm going to read you the back of the book and the inside cover. Here there be monsters! It's the storm of the century, and it's headed straight for Gotham City. The guardians of the sprawling urban city, Nightwing, Batwoman, and the Batman himself think they've prepared for the worst. They have no idea. Thanks to the machinations of a macabre scientist, Dr. Hugo Strange, the storm has unleashed a rain of monsters upon the city. Colossal creatures are stomping through the streets, terrorizing the citizens and challenging the skills of even Gotham's greatest heroes. Can the Dark Knight and his allies stem the tide of destruction, or will the Night of the Monstermen mark the fall of the Bat? Obviously not. Find out in Batman Night of the Monstermen, the first crossover of the DC Rebirth era. Oh, so it was the first crossover, period. Okay, that's nice to know. I thought it was, but I didn't want to say anything. The creative team of Steve Orlando, Tom King, Tim Seeley, James Tynion the fourth, Riley Rosomo, Rogue Antonio, and Andy McDonald. This epic of horror and heroism collects Batman 7 through 8, Nightwing 5 through 6, and Detective Comics 941 through 942, that classic Gucci numbering. And then the inside cover, The Giants of Hugo Strange! Batman has faced down monsters before, monsters like the Penguin, Two-Face, the Joker, mortal men who have been twisted into something murderous and less than human, but tonight the monsters Batman fights are literal. Gigantic creatures with distorted, grotesque features are destroying Gotham. The mad scientist Hugo Strange created these real-life nightmares to take down Batman and his allies, but the madness of Strange doesn't stop there. Before this night is over, some of Gotham's own will become beasts themselves, threatening to destroy the Batman family and all it stands for. This is actually a really good event. Well, it's not an event, it's a crossover, but it's really good. The art is excellent. It's not totally consistent because it's over 3 books, of course. But the writing feels good. It feels like each writer handled the characters in a similar way, which was good. Batwoman took a good leadership role, just like she has in Detective Comics. We get 4 individual monsters, and then they all fuse together in the end to be one giant monster. There's like this baby monster, and then there's like this kind of griffin monster. Spoiler and Orphan are taking people to a cave to keep them safe, but the cave has this monster fungus in it that makes all the people rage out. And then it turns out that fungus turned into a monster and headed towards the city. And then there was a monster that was birthing these dog monsters that was at Blackgate. And Nightwing and Gotham Girl went to fight it, but then some venom spewed out of it, and it turned them both into monsters, and they had to be cured. And it turns out venom, the compound Bane uses, is part of the compound for these monsters, part of what makes them so strong and crazy. And they're actually like bioprogrammed stem cells that aren't technically alive. They're just bio-tissue with energy that makes them move. Which I guess, aren't we all, though? But, yeah, there's Clayface is running around doing crowd control as well. Batwoman, Nightwing, and Batman are fighting the monsters. And then there's this really cool part where Clayface forms an armor around Batman to fight a monster, to fight the Gotham Girl monster, which is really cool. Duke Thomas comes out of the cave. This is before he was given the name The Signal, to help fight a little bit and cure Nightwing and stuff. And then they activate these towers, these defense towers in Gotham, that are basically just giant weapons. Apparently, like, the 4 biggest Wayne buildings in the city are just giant fucking weapons that they use to fight the monsters. It was really cool. This was actually a really cool event. Batman couldn't fight Hugo Strange because he had a suicide suit on, and any impact harder than a football would kill Hugo Strange because he knew Batman wouldn't kill him. But he just used Clayface to cut off all the air pathways in the building and then suffocated Strange. And Batman, you know, controlled his breathing through whatnot, so he's trained for low air places. Justice League helps clean up after, and then Batman decides he's got to go to get Psycho Pirate from Bane so we can cure Gotham Girl. But that's a story for the Batman title, which I am reviewing single issue on my B3 Productions channel in my comic book collection update. So check out all my single issue reviews. They're just in my comic book hauls. I do the comic book hauls and I read the comics before that, and I review single issues in those. But obviously I review these trades on this channel. But that's it. Batman Night of the Monstermen. Really good, great, good crossover. Glad Rebirth started with this one, starting strong. I did read all these single issue because I read Batman single issue, but there was a buy 2 get 1 free sale for Rebirth books at Barnes & Noble, and I needed a third. Got this. I figured I would need a copy of this anyways because I'm reading Nightwing in trades and also Detective Comics in trades. I've already reviewed a couple Detective Comics, and I'm going to review 2 more in a bit. I'll probably start doing more Detective Comics trades after I review this, so that way I can get them all caught up, because I already did 1 and 4 and I skipped 2 and 3. Long story, but I gotta do 2 and 3 still. But that gets this out of the way. So that's it for Batman Night of the Monster Men hardcover trade. Pick it up at your local comic shop or local Barnes & Noble, Amazon, anywhere books are sold. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Love you all so much. I'll probably do a Detective Comics next. I'm probably doing Detective Comics Volume 2 next. More than likely. Not a guarantee, but more than likely. Either that or Superior Spider-Man. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all later.